John Shelby with you alongside Chris Singleton. And we may see some offense in this one, Singy. The wind is blowing out pretty hard.
Yeah, and expect the pitchers to try to, pitch away from that and keep the ball out of the air just because of it. But you can't help, as a hitter, look for something in that location of the plate that you can get up in the air and let Mother Nature help you out.
It's the New York Yankees taking on the Miami Marlins. All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about set to go now. And our pitcher in this game, Sandy Alcantara.
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Inside, almost got him.
That's ball 2.
Third pitch of this ball game, that one right in the zone, but it's called for a ball, man. That's frustrating, but you got to stay focused. Keep making that pitch. You're going to get the strike call.
On the ground, and it's through for a hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Batting second, the second baseman, Jazz Chisholm Jr.
And stepping in for the Yankees, Jazz Chisholm Jr. Ground ball right side, and it's through for a hit. Lead runner holds up. They're at first and second with nobody out.
A couple of singles back-to-back. He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock, and you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
First and second, no outs. Here is Aaron Judge. Big-time power. Outside low. And that's ball 1. Singy, maybe some nerves getting the best of him in the first?
Well, it's hard to know exactly if it's nerves or not, but he just doesn't have it right now. Those hitters on the other side, they're going to say it's nerves and use that as a competitive edge to try to jump on him even more.
At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Next pitch misses. 2-2.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Squeezes it. Runner tags at second. And he moves up 90 feet. Runners at the corners now. 1 away.
Batting fourth, the center fielder.
And time now to check out the New York Yankees lineup. And it's clear the most important job they have today is getting to the starting pitcher early and often.
No doubt about that. That's the best way to disrupt a game. But can they do it? Certainly something for us to pay attention to in this one, partner.
And up to the plate comes Cody Bellinger.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
And fouled off. That misses the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Next offering is in for a strike.
Big pitch right here. He's going to try to make a pitch that's going to produce a strikeout or a ground ball double play.
Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. The run comes across, and the Yankees score first. It's 1-0.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center.
Now here's Giancarlo Stanton. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads.
At this point, the clean inning is over. Got to settle in, focus on the hitter, and get out of it with minimal damage.
Chisholm over at second. Bellinger over at first with one away. Check on the runner. Chisholm back in on a dive. The 0-1. This to third. Off balance speed. There's one. And that's two. So one run in the inning on this base hit. It's an early 1-0 lead. Back after this on the show. Back here in Miami. And on the hill today, Garrett Cole.
The spin rate on the curveball is incredible. Hitters know they're going to see a lot of them today. Stay back, be patient, and hit the ball the other way.
Bottom of the first. Xavier Edwards gets a chance to hit here.
The shortstop, Xavier Edwards.
The 0-1. Foul ball there. And he grounds one to the right side. Goldie takes it to the bag. One up, one down. And time now for the Marlins lineup.
Third baseman,
finding themselves down a run early. They like to punch back here with a run of their own.
Absolutely, Boog, but I don't expect them to change their approach because of that run. They still want to put together strong at-bats. Be patient out there and get a feel for this starting pitcher.
So up next, Connor Norby. High in the air, out to right. Judge hauls it in, 2 away.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent
right
base.
Fielder,
Jesus Sanchez, the next up for the Marlins. And there's a foul ball. The 0-1. Fought off foul. 2 down, nobody on. That's ball inside. And that skips into dirt.
Strike.
Two out, space is empty.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break. And the Marlins down quietly. They're down 1-0. Back here at Lone Depot Park. Second inning set to go. And here's the catcher, Austin Wells. Alcantara back to work. Check swing, and that's a ball. Alcantara, a former Cy Young Award winner, he features a sinker, a changeup, a four-seamer, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve.
Well, don't expect too many more high fastballs. This is a good sinker ball pitcher, and sometimes they can make mistakes trying to pitch up in the zone. Look for him to stay down around the knees to be effective.
That misses, and it's 2-1. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2. Caught him looking for the K.
Absolutely dotted the edge of the zone right there. That was a tough battle, man. So to make a really quality pitch and just catch him looking like that, it's got to feel good out there on the mound. That was a fun at bat to watch.
Paul Goldschmidt will climb in. Hard hit to third. To first, and they get Goldschmidt for the out. And up next for New York, Jason Dominguez. Just missed. Next pitch is outside. And it's fouled away. And that's through there for a strike. It's 2-2.
Wow, that's 89 on the gun, and it's a changeup. It's like good hitting if you're looking for it, but because of the speed differential between the fastball and that pitch, really hard for a hitter to get on time with it.
Breaks his bat and pops it up. Norby makes the grab, and that's the inning. One, two, three, go the Yankees, but they still lead it 1-0. And we're back. Bottom of the second. And now for the Marlins, Jonah Bride. Just missed. Just off the inside edge. Next one misses, and it's 3-0. Check swing, called strike.
That fastball at the bottom of the zone can be very effective. Just got to keep it on the corners.
On the corner for a strike.
Count is 3-2.
Got some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far moving the ball around nicely.
In the air, right side. Judge has it sized up. And there's one down.
Batting fifth, the first baseman,
Matt Mervis, the next up for the Marlins. And that one is in for a strike.
Goodness, I think he just took the best pitch he's going to see in this at bat. You don't get many like that in that location. I don't know if you take that pitch against any pitcher out there on the mound.
Inside. And now it's even 1-1. One out, base is empty. Off the mark there. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Fastball is outside. Ground ball right side, and that's just foul. One down, base is empty. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. No throw, and they don't get an out on the play. All over that one right there.
That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really blame the defense in that case.
Griffin Conant now at the plate as he swings through strike one. That one's in there, and it's 0-2. And misses inside. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 2 out.
Well, that was a really good job setting him up right there. Pitcher and catcher working together to finish him off with the fastball. And even though the location probably wasn't what he wanted, the sequence is what got the job done. Clearly late with the swing after seeing the off-speed stuff on the pitch before.
Davison De Los Santos getting ready to hit. That clips the zone. Strike one. Two outs.
Ball, that's in.
That's in there. And the count is 1-2.
Looks like he's just sizing him up there. Really good pitch to hit, but he took it all the way. Sometimes guys just want to set their timing later on in the game. That may be a pitch that he turns on.
And now 2-2. Battling here as he fouls it away. And that's downstairs. 3-2 now.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap should definitely score it.
Fouls that off to the left, and will do it again. And a base hit into right center field. And now they'll have runners on the corners with 2 away.
Just one of those at-bats you almost hate to see come to an end. Just a really nice approach to shoot that line drive to the opposite field. There's a lot of hard work and discipline that goes into getting a result like that at the plate. Doesn't come naturally for most hitters.
And now the center fielder, Kyle Stowers. On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first, and that will end the inning. Marlins strand a pair, and it remains 1-0. On to the third inning, and stepping in for the Yankees, Oswaldo Cabrera. Tap foul at the plate. Cabrera hitting 9th in today's lineup, and he was born in Venezuela. Next pitch is outside. Swing and a tapper that rolls foul. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Well, I'm not sure what he was waiting on right there. He got the changeup and still late on it. You rarely see that. It almost makes you think that he was trying to set the pitcher up. I mean, if you can't catch up to the off-speed stuff, there's no way you're going to touch a fastball.
Here's the Yankees leadoff hitter, Anthony Volpe. Slice down the right side. Oh, 0-2 now. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going. That one in the dirt. 1-2 the count. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. And that's in the dirt. To third, Norby. Over to first. First two batters retired here in the top of the third.
Good sinker low in the zone right there and produced exactly what he was looking for. Ball on the ground, nice ground out.
Now it's going to be Jazz Chisholm Jr. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Right through there for a strike. That one pushed foul. Off the plate, and it's 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball. And down on strikes he goes. And good work there as he gets a 1-2-3. Yanks held in check, but they lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Set for the bottom of the third. And now, Nick Fortes. And first pitch fastball is in for a strike. And he pumps it a strike.
No balls, 2 strikes. Ball.
And that skips in the dirt.
He's trying to stay down in the zone, but the hitter just will not chase. Now back in a 2-2 count, he's going to have to go to something else to get him out.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Now the throw to first on the run. Boots it.
It doesn't really matter where you are in the lineup. Your job is to get on base and try to start a rally if you're leading off an inning. So an infield single does the job right there. Now we'll see if they can make something happen.
Digging in, Xavier Edwards. Lifted in the air down the left side. Dominguez flashes the leather on the run and catch.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Connor Norby, the next up for the Marlins. To the left side, but it is well foul. Now the 0-1. Just missed. Pitch is in the dirt, and a count 2-1. Slap the other way, foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out.
Thought it was a pretty good pitch. Top of the strike zone. We're seeing more fastballs in that location. Hitters, especially with 2 strikes, have to be ready to pull the trigger.
Jesus Sanchez will hit next. Struck out swinging his first time. And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Fastball in for a strike, and the count is 0-2. Well, Chris, through the early stages, he hasn't been very efficient in terms of the pitch count. He's going to need to get some quick outs if he's going to get deeper into this game. That one the other way. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Marlins leave 1. They trail here 1-0. On to the 4th. Here comes Aaron Judge.
Right fielder,
he's a guy who does it all. With the lack of contact in today's game, this guy hits for contact, so he delivers average, but there's on base and slugging too. There's a strike.
Early in the count, you have to be real careful because of that power, but then if this hitter gets a strike or 2 on him, he's still very comfortable because he has the ability to get the barrel to the baseball. He's a threat deep into the count as well.
And Judge spoils that one. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Safe at first, no play. We'll see how they score this.
Leadoff man aboard on the error, and that puts your pitcher in a little bit of a tough spot right away to start the inning, not where you want to be. So we'll see if he's able to work around it and pick the defense up.
And here comes Bellinger. Singled and drove in a run his first time through. That one finds the zone. 0-1.
You know, these Yankees doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Splits the plate. No balls, 2 strikes.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
That's outside. And the count 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another. Judge aboard here at first with nobody out. Just off the inside corner. And now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Strike him out. 3 balls, 2 strikes.
Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one.
This guy will throw any pitch in any count. 3-2. He goes off speed, gets the out.
Giancarlo Stanton to the plate now. He hit into a double play his first time up. Just missed.
I just love watching Alcantara get ready for games, Boog. He turns into a different person, just usually cracking jokes and having a good time. But start days are a different story. That's when things get serious for this guy.
Just missed.
Last 2 pitches have been down in the zone. Pitcher clearly trying to get that ground ball double play. But in this count, he's going to have to give in, elevate his pitches, and get back into this at bat.
That one outside, and it's 3-0.
A rare 3-ball count here. He's been throwing strikes all day. Got to be ready to hit if you're in the box.
Hard hit left side. To second, there's one. And their second double play of the day will end the fourth. One error in the inning, but nothing more. Midway in the fourth, Yankees 1 and the Marlins nothing. Back here in Miami, John Shabby and Chris Singleton with you. And leading off the bottom of the fourth, Jonah Bride. First pitch just misses. And that one fouled off.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
In for a strike. 1-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Fights that one away. Still 1-2.
Well, he's desperately looking for that swing and miss. He's going to have to just change speeds a little bit, try to move it around, create just a little bit of illusion at the end.
And it remains 2-2. And a foul ball. He stays alive.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone. Really making him work out there.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there.
Now
Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Matt Mervis, the next up for the Marlins. And that is out of play. The Yankees up by a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Slapped foul.
Well, they gave up on that pitch early, and it ended up staying in the zone. I'm sure he's kicking himself and would like that pitch again.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, he went up there trying to be aggressive, that's for sure, hacking at those first 2 pitches, but clearly that last one fooled him. He could have been sitting on something else entirely, but you want to be able to adjust on 0-2 and at least get a swing off when it's in the zone. Maybe choke up, maybe spread out your stance a little bit. You got to give the guy credit on the mound, though. He went right after him.
And up next for Miami, Griffin Conine. And first offering is fouled off. Swing and a miss. He was late. Strike 2.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts. Offense held in check there. We're headed to the 5th. Yankees 1 and the Marlins nothing. Back here at Lone Depot Park. And now the catcher comes up to hit. Austin Wells. Alcantara back to work. And a foul ball. Swings through that one out in front that time.
No balls, 2 strikes.
Hit on the ground to short. Safe at first as they can't make the play.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. Grounded out his first time up. And that's off the inside edge. And that is ball one. Wells on at first. Nobody out. Grounder might be two. There's one. Can't hang on.
The left fielder, number 24, Jason Dominguez.
Jason Dominguez, the next to hit. That just misses, and that's ball one. Man at first, one away. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. That one ripped, but foul. The 1-1 is fouled off. And it's a strikeout for the Sandman, his second of the game.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with. And there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information. But the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there. And it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together.
And now it's going to be Oswaldo Cabrera. A little bit low, and it's 1-0. Next offering is fouled back. So a foul ball makes it 1-2. Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. So they can't do anything with the leadoff single there. Last half of the fifth coming up. Yankees 1 and the Marlins nothing. And we're back.
Leading
and
up
now the
for
DH,
Marlins,
Davison
the
de los
designated
Santos.
hitter, Davison de los Santos.
Right. Swings through that one.
Well, you got the hitter already chasing that nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss. And
make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Well, he's on a great run of strikeouts and showing excellent control and command, not walking opposing batters. You know, this offense, they've got to find a way to break his rhythm. Put the bat on the ball, maybe try to bunt for a base hit, get him off the mound, moving around, step out, something to interrupt his timing because he's coming right after these guys.
That one fouled off. Next pitch is outside. Home team down a run. Last half of inning number 5. Just missed. On the line, base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Now batting, the catcher, Nick.
Here's the catcher to hit. Nick Fortes reached on an infield single his first time. Swing, and he popped it up. Chisholm moving under this one. 2 down.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Xavier. Edwards.
Xavier Edwards, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 2 in this one. And that misses. Ball one.
Ball one, no strikes.
Hit on the ground to short. They get the force, and that ends the inning. One left for Miami, still behind by a count of 1-0. All set for the top of the sixth. And stepping in for the Yankees, Anthony Volpe. Fouled off. He was late. Way out front for strike 2.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Foul ball, still a 1-2 count. Popped up. Right, has a beat on it. Hauls it in for the out.
Now batting, second baseman
Jazz Chisholm Jr. stepping in now for the Yankees. 1 for 2. In the air, left field, down the line. And a foul ball. Chisholm, a former All-Star, 27 years old, and he was born in the Bahamas. On the ground to third. Oh, look at the stop. Throw to first, and it beats him. What a play.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
2 outs, base is empty. Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. First pitch, not close. And another ball.
Outside.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Judge comes up empty there.
He's going to have to make sure that he stays patient because he is the focal point in that lineup. They're going to pitch him tough. They're going to pitch around him. And when he doesn't see other guys doing anything, what you can do is become a little too aggressive and chase out of the zone.
Draws the walk there.
Outside, ball 4.
Boog, if I were him, I'd be nibbling around the plate as well. I mean, this guy's just capable of hitting pitches outside of the zone and driving them a long way.
Man at first. Here's Cody Bellinger. And that one misses up and in. And that's ball 1. Judge leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that one in the air center field. Stowers sizes this one up, and he makes the catch. And that is that. So it's no runs, no base hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. 2, 3, 4 due up in the home half of the 6th. Yankees 1 and the Marlins nothing. And welcome back to the ballpark. Well, we go bottom 6. And at the plate for Miami, Connor Norby. First offering, and it just misses.
Well, it's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, you hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout. You know, this guy's great speed is in the back of that pitcher's mind. If he can get on, it's going to give him one more thing he's got to think about. Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
Down to the dirt, swing and a miss. Gets to it on to first. In time to get him. One away in the strikeout.
Well, obviously that was nowhere near the strike zone by the time it got to the plate. People at home watching are thinking, what's he swinging at? But I'll tell you, some of the break guys snap off these days is just devastating. It can be so tough to recognize where a pitch like that's going to end up.
And now Jesus Sanchez. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Got him. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. Got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Pride, the next to hit, takes ball 1. 2 down, nobody on. Here in the bottom of the 6th. Top of the zone for a strike, and it's 1-1. And there's a ball.
He's great hitting the ball the other way, and that pitch did a good job to straighten him up a bit. Mission accomplished.
Two down, nobody on. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming.
Flew open a little bit with that front shoulder, but was able to slow his back down just enough to make contact with that pitch. Keep the at-bat alive.
The next offering misses, and the count's full. Matt Mervis in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. No trouble here, puts it away for the out. And that's the inning. Ronnie Enriquez on to pitch out of the pen here.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Well, one-run game. Giancarlo Stanton at the plate. Cut on and missed 96 with that fastball. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Anthony Bender getting loose out there. Tinoco warming up as well. Here comes the 0-1. And there's the strike. Next one is off the plate. And the count 1-2. Good job to fight that one off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
The next pitch misses, and that's ball 2. Got him swinging. Slider got him for strike 3.
Well, that slider down and away, it's just kind of a slow death. With 2 strikes, you're looking to protect, and halfway to the plate, you know you've committed, and you know you're going to have no chance of touching it. Tell you what, sometimes you just have to tip your cap.
Wells up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. That's towards center. Stowers under it. He makes the grab. And there are 2 down.
Now batting, the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
Here is Goldschmidt. A changeup missing. 1-0. And a foul ball. Check swing, and he went. Now 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Swing and a ground ball, base hit right field. And that keeps the inning going.
Now batting, the left fielder,
Just a simple ground ball the other way that had eyes on it, man. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Just let the ball travel, put the ball in play, and just hope it finds a hole.
Jason Dominguez stepping in now for the Yankees. And that's in for a strike. 0-1. And that's
1 ball, 1
outside.
strike.
Goldie off of first with 2 away. Just
ball.
missed. Smash to the left side. And that
He's
is
out.
the inning. The Yanks lead 1. They lead it 1-0. Set for the last half of the 7th. And now for the Marlins, Matt Mervis. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter. Movement in the bullpen. Fernando Cruz, a right-hander with big strikeout stuff, is getting it fired up. Weaver also getting ready. Looking to get the tying run on base. Late swing, foul to the left. Missed with a changeup. 1-2 to
1
count.
ball, 2
They
strikes.
tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
That one misses, and it's 2-2.
Good spot there, but didn't get the strike at the knees and doesn't seem too convinced by the call out there on the mound as he tries to get a better sense of the umpire's strike zone.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Judge is there. Brings it in. And there's one down.
99 pitches, about to throw his 100th here in the
Now
7th
batting,
inning.
left fielder,
This is where you really start
Griffin.
looking for any signs of fatigue.
Konai.
And up next for Miami, Griffin Konai. And that's in for a strike.
Well, I'm impressed with that challenge pitch right there. Even with this slim lead, this guy's not afraid to go right after these hitters.
On the ground to first, and it goes just foul. And a swing and a miss. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Gosh, here it is.
Now
Hitting
batting, the
3-pitch
designated
strikeout,
hitter,
all
Davis
fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
Davison De Los Santos now at the plate. And there's a foul ball. In the air, out towards left center. Bellinger sizing this one up. Makes the grab, and that'll end the inning.
Now pitching for
Righty
the Marlins,
reliever out of the pen, Anthony
number
Bender.
37.
Just trying to keep this one
Anthony.
close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their
Bender.
players a chance to fight back into the game.
Oswaldo
Leading off for the
Cabrera
Yankees,
stepping
the
in
third
now for the
baseman,
Yankees.
Oswaldo
They're 0 for 2 with a pair of
Cabrera.
strikeouts. That's off the mark, and that is ball one. Hit in the air out to center field. Stowers settles under it and makes the catch. And there's one away.
The batter, number 11, shortstop, Anthony.
And next for New York,
Volpe.
Anthony Volpe. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Andrew Nardi, the left-hander, up and throwing. One down, base is empty. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
All right, now, he may have not liked either of those first two pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point, he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And there are 2 outs. So the bullpen doing a nice job backing up the effort from their starter.
Yeah, we've seen some pretty excellent pitching out of this staff so far. I mean, they've come in ready to do their job and get outs. They've been pretty tough to get to in this one.
Chisholm in the box now. No balls and a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a miss.
This guy's pounding the zone. Hitters don't have time to think in between pitches.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Stowers has this one sized up and makes the play, and that's out number 3. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Fernando Cruz.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Leading up for the
one-run game, and at the plate for Miami, Kyle Stowers. Swing and a foul out of play. Just missed. Activity in the bullpen. Devin Williams, the anchor of the staff, is getting ready to close this one out. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Ouch, that one drilled him. Safe at first, and now we'll check on the right-hander. Hope he's all right. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
Here's the catcher, Nick Fortes. And a sac bunt here, and that goes foul.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get into scoring position.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Gets the bunt down the right side, and that's a foul ball. Next pitch is outside.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base, trying to stay out of the double play right here.
And a swing and a miss, and that's the first out.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
Stepping in is the switch hitting shortstop, Xavier Edwards. 0 for 3 in this one. Yeah, that's fouled off. Fought off foul. Outside low. Gonna count 1 and 2. One-run game. 1 out, 1 on. Next offering upstairs. Line drive. That's a base hit. Bellinger returns it to the infield as the tying run is forced to stop at second.
That at-bat had a lot riding on it. Certainly a pivotal swing of the bat in this ball game. I could watch base hits like that one all day long, and so could every hitting coach in the league. Just a nice line drive into center field. A chance now to even the score and maybe extend this game.
Now the batter now, Connor Norby. That's to third, and that one finds its way through. Around third. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, tie game here in the 8th.
Such great concentration. Everybody on their feet, knowing that you can come through with a good swing. And there he doesn't try to do too much.
And here comes the Yankees manager to the mound. Pitching change coming. Fernando Cruz will depart, and the line not closed on him yet as he's responsible for the runners on base. Back with a new pitcher after this.
Now pitching for the Yankees.
And we've got ourselves a pitching change.
Number
Luke
30.
Weaver.
Luke Weaver.
So the go-ahead run is into scoring position. And now for the Marlins, Jesus Sanchez. To the right side. Sneaks through, base hit. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single. They lead it in the 8th.
Big RBI for him right there. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
2 on, 1 out. Jonah Bride, the next up for the Marlins. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a strikeout. Edge of the zone, called a strike. It's 0-1.
In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
Two on, 1 out. Lined into right.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
First and second, 1 out. And now the first baseman, Matt Mervis. 1 for 3. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. Just missed. Sanchez, the lead runner out at second. Right at first, 1 gone. Swing and a miss.
Great velocity at 97 at the top of the zone.
That's off the mark, and the count now even up. Next offering misses down and away.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Got him looking. Called strike 3 and a fastball up in the zone.
No, you got to be ready to swing the bat with a runner in scoring position and 2 strikes. Just put the ball in play somewhere and you got a chance. Very frustrating for him, I'm sure. See if the next guy can pick him up.
Konai in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike.
Ball, that's out.
Swings through that one for strike 2.
It's had a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
1-2 now. Swings and misses, struck him out. They strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple left on. Through 8 full, it's the Marlins 3 and the Yankees 1.
Now pitching for
Back
the Marlins.
now, and on the mound, the closer, Calvin Fauché.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Yeah, the hard-throwing righty trying to secure these outs against a potent Yankee lineup, and it starts with Aaron Judge. And that misses. Ball 1. Fauché goes 6'1", 29 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2017.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
And a 1-1. Out to short, Edwards. On to first, and the leadoff man retired here in the 9th.
Those plays can be tricky. They're routine, but that doesn't mean it's always going to be smooth. He delivered a good play right there.
He's 2 outs away. Cody Bellinger stepping in now for the Yankees. The Yankees looking to rally. Right through there for a strike.
Well, and at bat can be a little bit of a dance. Strike 1 here, but a few more pitches. We'll see how it turns out.
1 down, base is empty. That misses the zone, and 1-1. And that one fouled off. And now the count is even. Swings and misses. And they're down to their last out.
Now batting.
And here is Giancarlo Stanton. First pitch misses. 2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. And another ball. Line drive, and it stays fair. Around first and hustling for second. The throw in, and he'll pull into second with 2 gone.
Well, that was one of those high percentage advantage counts where batting averages are just so much higher. He really shot that one down the right field line and somehow found a way to keep it from slicing foul. One thing that was great about the approach, his head was down all the way through the pitch, and that's how you do it. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
Now at the plate, Austin Wells. That's outside, and that's ball 1. The tying run at the plate. Fouled off to the right. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Here comes Stanton. He'll score easily. The throw to second is offline.
Oh, that's a lonely feeling for an outfielder. The read wasn't great, and it really hurts when it costs your team a run.
So runner at second, 2 down. And here's the first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt, trying to deliver as the hero. And there's a strike.
Well, comfortable or not, these are the situations closers they seem to live for. I mean, you get into some hot water, a jam, tough spot, whatever you want to call it, but this is where they earn their keep.
1-run game here in the top of the 9th. Dives, and he can't hang on. No throw, and the defense comes away with nothing.
1 out away from this game being over, but an infield single keeps them alive. They're still breathing, and maybe this provides that last-minute spark.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Calvin Fauché done for the day, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute.
Now pitching for
New
the
pitcher
Marlins,
now, Jesus Tinoco.
number 38.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Looks like we've got a substitution at first. Pinch running here. Oswald Peraza.
Oswald.
Jason Dominguez digs in now. Down to their final out, but an opportunity to deliver the tying and maybe even a winning run. Well, that hits the dirt, and it's 1-0. Right through there for a strike. Big spot. 2 out. Both the tying and go-ahead runs are aboard. Next offering is in for a strike.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
The Yanks down to their final strike. Swing and a pop-up. Foul territory for the catcher. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Marlins hold on to win a nail-biter, stranding the winning run on base.
Well, the visitors were going to have to slug to win this one. The tying run at third, but the go-ahead all the way at first base. Nice job by the defense, executing, keeping their composure, getting that final out.